Welcome everyone, it's Evelyn. How are you all doing? Take a deep breath. Sending you all out lots of love and blessings. Hope you guys are all doing well. And today is November 6th, 2020. A little bit of a frog in my throat. Okay, so before I forget to show you, I'm going to show you the read for today. It is a twin flame read. These cards came out as I was shuffling, so I wanted to show you them. Okay, that's where the deck cut. And that was the King of Cups on top of the Three of Pentacles, and then the Two of Cups on top of, excuse me, that's Seven of Pentacles, and then the Two of Cups on top of the Three of Pentacles, the Trinity card. And then here's the main read for what I have out in front of you. Okay, this is the SIRIAN Starseed deck, for those of you not familiar. And that the challenge card was the Wheel of Fortune, if you couldn't see it very well. And then here is the entire read in front of you, so you can get a better look. I just want to clear that up just a little bit, okay? And, yep, that was it for that. And I was just doing a meditation to see what kind of messages would come up. It was very interesting. I was getting, you know, the energy of like the introduction of a Bond film, where they're sneaking across as a shadow across the front of the screen with a gun. And I was seeing the shadow come across the screen with a gun, and then a woman jumps out from behind and pushes him out of the way to help him, and then he's mad at her. So that was the energy that came up. And also, I want to pull a Scooby-Doo card before I start today. Scooby's been right on. I was playing with my Scooby-Doo cards when I was on the plane going down to Atlanta, and it's so funny, because when you're pulling cards, they'll often, when you're sitting at a table or like in a row on an airplane, the cards will come out as the characters in each seat in the row. And that's come out when I was at dinner with people before. It's really funny. But there was the person in our row with me and my son was scared of flying. It was his first time flying. And he got the picture of the card with everybody in it, this one here. So the guy who was first time flyer, that was his card. It was pretty funny. And it was perfect, the representations of my son and myself as well in the row. But let's see what Scooby-Doo has to say for you guys today. The energy is very weird. It's kind of discombobulated. I feel kind of like otherworldly today, like I'm not in this world. And I don't feel like I'm ungrounded today. Just there's just some weird energies coming in today. So let's see what Scooby-Doo has to say about all that. Voila, it is I. I am Scooby-Doo. So he's very confident in himself, and it's the Six of Diamonds, which is like Pentacles. So the Six of Pentacles is about balance. It's about sharing. It's about seeking that balance. So if you're feeling off, to seek that balance and meditate or whatever it takes. And then patting yourself on the back when you're feeling off. When you're able to spin one plate, maybe not two today, maybe just one is fine. And then give yourself a pat on the back. Be proud of yourself. And don't get on your own case. Yeah, so it's like being your own best cheerleader. We'll pull Scooby again afterward. But let's see what's going on with the Twin Flame read today. It is Friday the 6th. 6 is the Lovers, and the day adds up to 21, which is the World. That's also a 3 of coming together, of siblings, of good luck, and the happy-go-lucky, smiley person, joy. And the Lovers of the 6, home, family, and community, and the Lovers. And so we have the World and the Lovers, lovers around the world, which is where we should be, right? And I was shuffling the cards at 8:33 when I cut the deck and showed you those cards, the King of Cups and the Two of Cups. And I was getting that that cut was more about the divine feminine, whereas the read was more on the side of the masculine energy. And by the way, there was a lot of red coming up from this spread today that was very upright and positive, and then the moon is the underlying energy is reversed. There's a lot of deception. Remember yesterday? The energy deck cards came up as deception and envy, really negative energies. And then the same came up with the moon today, reversed, which is for me deception. And that's a blue card reversed, whereas all the other cards were kind of upright and more red. So that was kind of interesting. Definitely some stuff going on behind the scenes that's not right. And that may be the energy that you're picking up on. I cut the SIRIAN Starseed deck at 834, which is the 34, the 8 of Wands, and the 8 of Strength. I was also then getting at 851. 51 is the King of Swords. And that number was significant because it came up in another way when I was going through the code line. I was getting G-Man at 851. So G-Man came up. But there may be a G-Man also going down. Also, the King of Swords is coming up as the Hangman with a right knee block, which is those anger issues that he needs to release. And that's the King of Swords, and the 51 came up on the same line, and the 51 is the King of Swords. At 9 o'clock, the King of Pentacles reversed, landed on the third flame. And it was like the Divine Feminine already had the two flames, because she's already been working with her third energy, and it was like being open to that third flame, which is the Divine Masculine, which was an interesting way, because it doesn't usually come up that way. At 9:04, 9 being the Hermit and 4 is the Emperor, the World, which also comes up as the sealed Divine Feminine for me, was dealt onto a strike of lightning. So there's the feminine as the light coming in. And that could very much represent this woman, knocking over the masculine, the Bond, walking across the screen with a gun. And then the masculine energy getting mad at the feminine for protecting him when that's his role to protect her. So I finished clarifying the read at 9:06, which is the Hermit and the Lovers. And the major arcana were Luna, which is the moon, the Great Wheel, Solar Deity, which is the sun, Tower, and the Hanging Man, which is the Hangman. And then before the read, because I always pull a few cards on either end of the read and incorporate them into the read, the Star card came up before the read. There were 4 Wands and 2 Pentacles, and that was it. So 42 comes up there, which is the 2 of Cups. And the 2 of Cups was upright in this read. And that was it. There were no Cups and no Swords. So only Wands and Pentacles. So action, passions, and work and daily duties, that kind of stuff. And there were no court cards in the read today either. There were no characters. The 9 of Wands, Wounded Warrior, did come up, but the regular court cards did not. And then before the read, the Knight of Pentacles came up, and after the read, the Knight of Cups came up. So there were 2 Knights, and then the 9 of Wands, the Wounded Warrior, but they aren't court cards. Well, the Knights are, but they were outside the read. The main part, anyway. So the numbers and the code line were all about rebirth today. We had 888s, double 3s, which we had double 3s in the last 3 reads. So the 2 I did yesterday and today all had double 3s. 33 is the Christ vibration, as well as the 7 of Wands, the standing up for yourself without being defensive, hopefully. We had 888s, which is really significant for the twins. It's that dance of the twins dancing side by side. And the 2 8s for me then falls over, especially with a third 8, into the infinity symbol. And then the 99 of compassion and endings and universal selflessness. So the rebirth line, the code line was all about the numbers 85, 9, and then 94. So 94 was the total, which also would reduce to 13, which is the death card, and 4, which is the Emperor. And 85 is the reflection of 58, which is the 4 of Swords. So I always see 85 as the grounding of the 5D into the 3D world. And then 9 is the Hermit. And then 94 is the reflection of 49, which is the Get Your Wish card. The 9 of Cups. And the Get Your Wish card, 4 is a number of stability on the outside. When you see numbers in numerology like 49, 4 is the exterior, and then 9 is the interior energy. So it's like a very compassionate, selfless person on the inside who shows themselves as being very stable, whereas 94 is the opposite. they're very structured on the inside, which isn't actually ideal for the inside because the inside is supposed to be free. So somebody who's very structured on the inside but shows a lot of compassion on the outside. So they may not be as all-encompassing love as they appear on the outside. So the code line being about rebirth, and the other numbers that came up were the sequence of numbers 3, 4, 5, 6 came up, which can reference the 3D, 4D, 5D, and going into the 6D as well, because most of you are already in 6D when you came into this journey, but just not on a regular minute-to-minute basis. So that's about the journey, is expanding yourselves into being in that high vibration in every moment. And we have 89, which is the reflection of the human body temperature, 98, which means the temperature's off or off balance, you're too hot or too cold, which can be actual temperature, but it also can be personality as well. And then 38, which is the Queen of Cups, and 68, which is the Page of Pentacles. So the code line message, and the challenge today is the Great Wheel, or Wheel of Fortune, Destiny. And the block today is the 6 of Wands, which is that, the journeyman coming in with the good news at the end of the war, the one who gets attention, and he's amongst the crowds, and he's successful, and he leads the way. So that is the block for the twins today. The challenge is destiny. The block is being the leader, having good news and leading the way. So in the rebirthing process, the message was about after death. And again, when we talk about after death, it's always about Jesus and Mary Magdalene template on the cross. After death, the Christ God bridge, show of power, and taking the high road, the 8 of the dance being key, and the expansion of the 5 of destiny and the great wheel, the dance of the Hierophant and the Hermit. And you notice that's H and H, the Hierophant and the Hermit, and H's are 8s. They're the 3D dance as opposed to the 5D dance of the 8. I always call it the lap dance, the H, because it's like two chairs stacked on top of each other. So the dance of the Hierophant and the Hermit, the H and H, destined. The 9 of the Wise One, the collective consciousness, the Hermit. So rebirthing process, like the rebirthing of Christ on the cross in the 3 days with Mary Magdalene. The 8 comes up as the expansion, E for expansion, lowercase I for the chakra system, G for God, and H for that 3D dance. And then the T was coming up as a key. So the 3D dance being key, that lap dance, around the track over and over until you're tired of running marathons. So it's like the 8, the infinity. You keep repeating those patterns around the track over and over again until you get tired of running marathons, until you get tired of it and you decide to stop. Aiding, this can be aid, or actually the name Ade comes up here, ADE, but aiding in the I God, I, Christ God consciousness, the Christ chakra system, and taking the high road. And then 309 came up, which is also 309 literally, which is a highway near me, which came up yesterday. And then the 8 of a loop and key, or 85, the turn for the better. 8 turn left and 9 goes straight. So if that means anything to anyone, let me know. The show of power of the 9-inch nails, I am that I am, and thus rebirth. And that's talking about the rebirth of Christ, the rising of Christ, and Mary Magdalene. So I looked up 309 to see if there's any information there that was resonating with me about this message. And it parallels 476 as well as 81, and 81 is the end of karma around the world. And I found out some interesting information that I didn't know. For example, there was something called the 10-mile loop that was proposed in the Philadelphia area in 1947, which finally got nixed in 1977. It never happened, but it was called the 10-mile loop, and that would have involved 309 here, and again the loop. So 309 and loop were coming up, and then a lot of loop streets addresses, 309 Loop Streets were coming up. Some in North Carolina, Atlanta, and Texas, as well as Sisters, Oregon came up as well. And, oh, that was interesting. Somersville, which comes up in multiple states, but the Somersville in Pennsylvania, where I am, was coming up as population 1551, which again is the devil and the King of Swords, the reflection of each other. Okay, so what else? Is there anything else important that came up here? Well, I was looking up exits. So, and exit plans have been coming up a lot lately. So there may be something about that with 309. 309 and the loop. So if that resonates with anyone, please let me know. 309, the loop, and perhaps 81 as well, since that's karmic completion. Actually, 222 was important too. That came up. So, after death, perhaps earned income credits coming up, or editor-in-chief. I am that I am. Ownership of yourself, of your responsibility for self. I am that I am, in a show of power, taking the high road, or 309. In your dance card, the Hierophant free expands their destiny with the Hermit's 9-inch nails, which references being nailed into the cross. I am that I am, so rebirth. Okay, so it's saying I am that I am twice here, which is one's for the masculine, one's for the feminine, and then the HH of the Hierophant and the Hermit of the two 3D H's, which is the 3D dance, but also the H's are like goalposts. So it's showing the 3D gate holders, and then the 5D, the 8-8 dance partners. So we start this read with Luna, or the moon reversed. Below it, 4 cards down, is the star. So we have, this is the underlying energy right here. The Luna with the little cards on top, okay? So those are the clarifiers. But below that Luna reversed, from the bottom up, was Star reversed, Knight of Pentacles reversed, 8 of Cups upright, and the 9 of Cups upright. So there's deception here after depression or arrogance, and the 9 of Pentacles reversed, stubborn bull, perhaps with a block, a strike, or disabled, not working, or no movement at all, not going forward, walking away and within from all that emotion you've put into something, away from dissatisfaction, unhappiness with self, and or deception. And that could be self-deception. The 10 of Cups is upright here, and the Hangman, perhaps hanging out with family deception, or up before dawn to spend time alone. The Queen of Pentacles reversed with family message or news of the Page of Swords child, representing or representative of the family, between the Queen of Pentacles reversed and the Empress reversed. Or it could be like a grandmother scolding the Page of Swords child for talking back to the Queen of Pentacles reversed mother, or the Page of Swords emotionally fulfilled, they find fulfillment in breaking up a fight between the Queen of Pentacles and the Empress, both reversed. The Page of Swords defending the Empress, perhaps sick of hanging out, with Aquarius reversed, Cancer reversed, and Taurus reversed, and Capricorn upright here. Or Capricorn is happy alone. It's like the masculine separate from the energies of women arguing with each other, or just going through women, girl stuff, not wanting to be amongst that chatter. Or Capricorn happy alone, separate from the Queen of Pentacles and the Page of Swords upright and the Empress reversed, who may be depressed or arguing or just, going back and forth with girl stuff. The Divine Masculine perhaps downstairs and them upstairs, so he can have quiet time. The Knight of Wands upright rushing in, perhaps from the Queen of Cups reversed, to the 10 of Pentacles, family, business, or legacy, or the community. And the 9 of Pentacles upright, happy sovereign, finding peace hanging out alone with the never-ending chatter or banter or talking of the others. In dysfunctional family or business or community, or loss of income, and perhaps 2 kids, or these 2 kids are actually young lovers, the Knight of Wands and the Sovereign, with dysfunctional family between them, and the sovereign finding peace, hanging out, resisting negative exchange before the journey to work. Capricorn upright and Scorpio reversed, or just dead tired of negativity in the Ten of Pentacles family, business, or community. So they are leading the way to break patterns, to remove the mask, to drop the facade, the act, the daily grind. Back in the saddle, or perhaps back after falling off the wagon, with brakes on though, like taking it easy, after perhaps the rug was pulled out from underneath their performance, their routine, coming in to break up, arguing, deception, or cover up. One not holding down the fort properly, or pretending to perform well, or just trying to distract the journeyman from seeing what's really going on behind the scenes. And that can be in a personal level and also in an international level. At 11:16, which is Justice and the Tower, so sudden events. So someone may also have gotten caught or got called on their deception at 11:16, that Tower, suddenly found out the injustice, or posting their failures on the mantle, or finding out who knocked something precious off the mantle or a trophy shelf, or foul play to get the win. I was getting the example of Tanya Harding and Nancy Kerrigan, doing anything to win, including, bashing someone in the knees. So, and then I was getting the ballots in the mail, the ballots being switched out, the election stuff going on. So pretending to have the win, the Queen of Cups reversed, unhappy, healing through work or co-creation, with lover healing, forgiving through affection at work, or sexual energy exchange through Trinity, working out, or hanging shelves or curtains, or stepping up or standing on a bench or a stool. Divine mediation to heal the voting booth was literally coming up like the voting booth, which we really didn't have fully this year. Gabriel's appearance in front of the central sun after the wizard's curtain was pulled back, and finding him back there plotting with two others, or bringing multiple religions and or cultures together, but leaving the Queen of Cups reversed out and hurting her feelings. So love yourself first comes up, and beneath that was forgiving and learning. So the Queen of Cups reversed is coming up between the Hermit upright, hiding the fact that he's missing his flame, and partner in, so the Queen of Cups is between this Hermit upright, hiding the fact that he's missing his flame, in between him and a partner who's all in an all business relationship with him, perhaps with cappuccino at bedside, and the King of Swords upright being watched, and the Dark Priestess does not have the keys, or the keys were taken from them so they can't get in, or the King of Swords locked one or two people out, the Queen of Cups reversed and the High Priestess reversed, or Pisces Queen of Cups reversed, peeping through the window, or one being pushed away and another can't get in, or butts reflecting, perhaps a feminine kissing up to the King of Swords, cutting herself, or naked and begging, and a masculine no longer receiving affection from the Queen of Cups reversed. It's like the feminine and the masculine are reflecting each other's situations, needing to heed their own advice or counsel and use their intuition, or their secret is out, or locks were changed so somebody can't get back in. Individuality comes up, which is number 11, the Justice, and beneath that was Adventure, 55, which is the Ace of Swords, the Excalibur, where the worst is over with an announcement, a judgment, a wake-up call, perhaps from Washington, D.C., as I got a scam call from Washington, D.C. at 11:35 this morning, which is Justice and the Wounded Warrior. Resting, taking a break, meditating in 5D, praying to be strong, with kids not playing nicely, or the past returning to recover from exile, destitution, injury, or illness, and be released. Perhaps trees being cut down to make homes for the homeless, releasing people from prison of the past. Bulbs being planted where were red, even though seen as blue on the outside, must be strong foundation and crown connection to get to the speaking of the truth through the heart connection and confidence. No more cat burglars or spies. At 11:52 of Justice and the Queen of Swords, Aquarius upright, Leo upright, released from negative past at 11:53. So it could literally be somebody released from prison, or just released. Someone's locked out of a house, so someone might have gotten kicked out and said, well, you got your wish now, and now they're not so happy, and that could definitely be kids as well. But someone being released from their negative past at 11:53, which is Justice and the Knight of Swords, the messenger of truth. Released from prison, anxiety or fear regarding deception, a cover-up, or healing heart as a secret comes out, or up before dawn to break patterns, to heal and forgive, and need to follow your own guidance. Forgive a secret passion, or Cancer reversed and Pisces reversed no longer performing together. Released to be individuals, or the Queen of Pentacles is upright, could be a Cancer Virgo, and then the Queen of Cups reversed, Pisces Virgo or Gemini. The Three of Cups reversed and the Five of Cups upright, and this is reflecting the 3D and the 5D as well. The Fool reversed and the Hierophant reversed. Social distancing is over between the Fool and the Hierophant, or Aries reversed and Taurus reversed, or third party is over loss, regret, or foolish behavior, or lacking faith in a divorce, or break from a religion, establishment, or Taurus reversed. Or negative groups or influences, no longer grieving a loss, regret, or the past, or they're falling on the face from grace or lacking faith, or an establishment or religious fall here. So there could be two Queen of Pentacles. One upright would be the Virgo, and the Queen of Pentacles reversed would be Taurus and Capricorn. They're both coming up reversed. Recently is the Four of Pentacles, with quiet time alone or at the beach, perhaps taking break time. The Queen of Wands upright present to insecurities or manipulations, or perhaps not feeling like they have the tools or getting their tools taken, or Gemini reversed offering a new life, or financial support to unhappy Queen of Swords reversed, temptation or tempted by Capricorn or Aquarius Queen of Swords reversed, Devil, or with depression or arrogance issues. Libra schooling the goose, or keeping them at bay as Hermit sheds light on insecurities and manipulations, or Gemini reversed is present at home with the Page of Pentacles, good student, or opportunity to learn. Or the Queen of Wands sees an opportunity to manipulate the circumstance by offering a payoff to the Queen of Swords reversed and or Capricorn, Aquarius reversed, or Libra upright, or Virgo upright, or Hermit with light at home with the Page of Pentacles child, showing them how sometimes what you see isn't real because it's a manipulation of energy. Or the Queen of Wands is trying to buy affection of the Queen of Swords reversed, Libra with depression issues, or Aquarius reversed, destined to be schooled. The foundation here is the Three of Wands upright, being present to the moment, to the flame, the third energy. The High Priestess reversed and Temperance reversed could be a false prophet and a fallen angel, or Pisces reversed and Sag reversed with no intuition or patience. And again, Intuit Ion comes up if you break down intuition like I did for you yesterday. Twit being the two towers and the U and I between them, and Intuit Ion, which is connection or patience. So Death comes up here reversed with the two kings, the King of Pentacles. Well, is it one or two? The King of Pentacles, okay. So the King of Pentacles reversed, resisting and ending a change or dark night of the soul, or death, or near-death experience, or it's just Scorpio, or just dead tired of fighting with the High Priestess reversed and Temperance reversed, or Pisces and Sag both reversed, or on a quest to find a higher love, creation, the flame, and the central energy being the Five of Wands, conflict, pursuit, or tempted by the devil's wave, the wounded warrior, depressed and imbalanced, perhaps in debt or in an inequitable relationship, or coming clean about a scam, debt, or unfairness and wanting to start over in love, spreading the word or advertising to compete in the pursuit of happiness at 12:19, which is the Hangman and the Sun. So at 12:22, it was 12:21 to 12:22. I actually sent a happy birthday message at 12. It was right at 12:21. I didn't even realize it. And then at 12:22, challenged by the wheel, destiny, divine timing, and the Two of Cups upright to receive the truth, the whole truth. The King of Cups and the Knight of Cups both upright, can be one person too, showing their action of being love or giving love, working to align with peace away from injustice, or Libra. The Divine Feminine could be related here to peaceful travels, and the Divine Masculine under injustice. So they may be two issues that they're dealing with. The Knight of Pentacles reversed is coming up as stubborn or refusing to move or work, or dropping the ball with social distancing or negative influences, gossip, overindulgences, released by crazy kids, or Leo reversed, or drained, sick, overexposed, or feeling like they were burned, or feeling lazy, breaking patterns with third-party release, in need of sunshine, and just feeling drained overall. Queen of Wands upright and Knight of Wands upright, obsessing over rescue attempts perhaps, to keep kids in line, or while the Queen of Wands and Knight of Wands obsessed, the King of Cups upright is frustrated on how to ask the Divine Feminine out on a date, or to have a meal out in the world, or 5D world, or Pisces to heal and forgive between Libra reversed, Cancer upright, perhaps Pisces upright here too, with Devilish or Capricorn, King of Swords, complete, or with Capricorn and Pisces or Virgo. Now for the twins is Sunshine reversed, knowing and keeping to self, suffering in silence, perhaps stressed out, purging, crying, or just not sleeping well or having headaches. Or the Queen of Wands could be an Aries or Leo reversed, drained from releasing anxiety over energy stealing, unhappy family, or an end of an emotional cycle that's so over, with foolish behavior of kids, twins, or the past returning, and the Hierophant upright and the Hermit reversed, which could be a Taurus upright or Virgo reversed, or drained by Taurus with Virgo moon or rising, in a release. Leo reversed, Aries reversed, Taurus upright, and Virgo reversed here. Released from obsessing over kids, or out of control Leo or ego, the Emperor's upright, standing up to sovereign, Aquarius upright, Taurus reversed, Cancer reversed, or for his independence in deciding to and announcing a divorce perhaps, or a break from religion, establishment, institution, or Taurus reversed, deception or marriage, connecting sexually with weak Leo or ego death, or sexual frustration, connecting with third party in the 5D world. The King of Swords presenting the whole truth to frustrated King of Wands, unable to understand or conceive or get aroused by what he's saying. The King of Swords with the truth, the King of Wands blocking his energy or doesn't resonate with his truth. The King of Wands with negative influences between Leo reversed and Cancer reversed, or ego death and deception. The Knight of Wands or Sagittarius Libra backing up the King of Wands, knowing but keeping to themselves to stay out of it or refusing advances. Soon here for the twins is the Nine of Wands, the Wounded Warrior, resting on break or meditating in 5D with their twin, with 2 cups connection after perhaps some sudden event or epiphany or orgasm, and the Knight of Swords reversed holding their tongue at home now that the worst is over regarding the bliss state. Deception of the Emperor now in control, and the King of Cups offering love as she works on the truth of finding peace away from injustice of the Divine Masculine at 12:55, which is the Hangman and the Truth, the Ace of Swords. So finding truth and peace away from injustice of the Divine Masculine, giving truth and love. The twin flames are seeing themselves as the Tower reversed, perhaps after energetic exchange, after a sudden event, expression of feelings, desires, sexual energy in connection, both still frustrated but different in their own way. The Emperor upright, unsure about facing conflict, holding on, grounding, and saving for the journey to the Divine Feminine, to a Pisces, or around the world trip perhaps. The journey to come together, to come full circle and get over the lack of inspiration or frustrations, or perhaps a difficult child, or defending position to the Emperor, standing in their truth, or defensive stance causing delays, holding on to rejection of soulmate connection and journey, or bringing good news to the world or Divine Feminine, or the Emperor or Divine Masculine with negative energies, and the Divine Feminine or world with frustration or uninspired child, or no invitation from the Divine Masculine. This could be the one comes up, wedding, that the situation involves marriage, and getting to know each other all come up. And this has been a theme here because they've been coming up a few times this week. Around the twin flames, or how they're seen, is the Eight of Pentacles upright, working with crystals perhaps, grieving loss, regret in the past, of the Ten of Pentacles, family, business, or community, or wealth, their dysfunction or loss or big expenditure or a payout, and the Ace of Cups upright, a big offer of love, and then walking away and within to choose a new path, or while twin is standing there waiting for him, choosing twin over dysfunctional family, business, or community, or grief even after they've walked right past true love offer to grieve the family, business, or community loss. The block here for the twins is the Six of Wands. Leading the way may be seen as a burden to the twins, too much responsibilities or risk of rejection, or a slave to a spoiled brat perhaps, not knowing what to expect, or not trusting that the worst is over and the bliss is here, not trusting the good news has arrived. Rebirth comes up here, but even more so for the twins is patience and time out. The King of Pentacles reversed, no superhero, reaping rewards of the divine feminine sexual energy, hanging out, knowing and not telling, the Chariot, bold move, travel or ascension, guided by synchronicities and boldly following the ascension path without hesitation, healing the shadow of the King of Swords upright and the divine feminine around the world to complete the Pisces cycle. The King of Swords upright, or Aquarius between Capricorn and Pisces, now that we're going into the age of Aquarius, and Pisces or Cancer reversed, deceived by the Emperor, or Aries upright, Cancer reversed, and the King of Swords, Capricorn, perhaps protected by Capricorn, Pisces, and or Cancer. The Hanging Man drained, perhaps an ego death, with a right knee block, which is anger on the masculine side, or Leo reversed in Capricorn upright and Cancer, or a new car that someone got with loaded options. The Six of Pentacles reversed is not sharing, something that's unfair. The Knight of Wands upright, destined to follow the King of Wands upright, or Libra Sag following the King of Wands wherever he goes. Recovering with the Hermit's light, or unfair relationship between a doctor and patient, or professional helping those without, or the old man lighting their path. Capricorn, Pisces, Virgo, and Libra here, or a Capricorn Virgo and a Libra Sag, inequity in the relationship, and the Knight of Cups offering love to heal and release others. A need for strength, courage to extend an opportunity or invitation. The Page of Pentacles researching divine feminine's heart, or looking into retirement or savings. Depression of the Knight of Pentacles reverse, walking away and within from dissatisfaction and unhappiness with themselves, not getting their wish, in deception, or with Cancer reversed or Aquarius reversed, or both. Deception present or up before dawn, or Cancer reversed moody, or with Cancer moon or rising, present to the moment after a sudden event, epiphany, or orgasm, or Scorpio reversed working to align, or with crystals, or to get their ducks in a row, or be more creative. Resting, taking a break from conflict, games, competition, or the pursuit of happiness, and challenged by destiny, fate, divine timing, and the wounded warrior with good news, success, or leading the way through ego death, or Leo out of control, and getting burned, and hanging out, resting, with right knee anger block, unbalanced, not sharing, and the Knight of Cups healing, forgiving, and releasing themselves, perhaps, or another from prison and or anxiety and fear. Deception and giving it a rest in a release. Present to the gift of expansion and the impossible dream. Challenged by destiny and being drained, burned, or in need of sunshine. After a sudden event, the wounded warrior working with crystals, or out on the lawn, or outside the E-Tower, leading the way, bringing good news to the masses. Hanging out or hung out to dry, in inequity, or the Knight of Cups offering love to heal, forgive, and release, to feed curiosity and be still. I want to say be still my heart, but it was coming up, be still the divine feminine's heart. And that was the read. So I'm going to pull an energy card for you. I think I'm going to pull a Journey of Love card too. We need some of that energy. All right, so let's see what comes up from the energy deck. For everybody watching, the best and highest good of all is concerned. It's 39. It was 3934, which is the Knight of Cups and the Eight of Wands. being love and that energetic exchange, the arrows of love. So, for everybody watching, for the best and highest good of all is concerned, what do we need to know? What do we need to learn? And let's clear all negative energies from all chakra layers, auric layers, grounding and galactic cords, across all dimensions of time, space, matter, and realities for the highest good of all is concerned, and fill that empty space with only beautiful divine love and diamond crystalline light. And so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, let's see what comes up with the cards. Take a deep breath, guys. Oop, that came right up. We have the woman holding a coin. 42 is the Two of Cups. And the Two of Cups was upright today. But she doesn't look like she's very trusting right now. And she may hold the power with the finances there. We also have the thinking woman. So we have the woman of the money and the woman of the education. And there's a butterfly leading her somewhere new. So there's definitely energies here. And neither one of them are smiling, you notice. They both have a little bit of hurt inside of them going on. Even though one may be very stable financially and the other one may be very stable intellectually. And 47 is the Seven of Cups, or the synchronicities. She's got lots of options. And then we have someone is victorious with the 28, the twin flames, choice of path. This can represent all the different divine feminines going on here. Look at that. And we have another. So this is very much about all the divine feminines. The divine feminine that's stable, the divine feminine with a stable intellectual life, victorious in choice of path, and in control of her heart. So the 44 is the grounding and integrating and mastering of love. The twin flame path, the synchronicities, and the connection, the soulmate divine twin flame connection. So it's very much about the feminine energies there. And there's the masculine with his throat chakra being activated. That is the Knight of Cups, the 39. Okay, so there's all these different feminine energies. And then here is the masculine coming out with his throat chakra activated and the trumpet there. So the bottom of the deck there is the yin yang, the balance. And we started out talking about the imbalance today. So it's very much about finding balance. At the 22 is the Fool, right? Keeping your heart open, but also with boundaries, knowing when to retreat back to your own space. So you can come into balance again, come back to center, come back to 0 point. Come back, come back, come back. Start over, start over, start over every time. All right, so, and this could also represent the divine masculine dealing with a lot of women. Like I said before, the masculine wanted to be separate from all of the women, you know, either making too much noise upstairs or dealing with hair and makeup and what they look like and their clothes, and he just wants peace. Or maybe he's separated in the same house and not wanting to be amongst that energy. But he is activating his throat chakra though. Or maybe now seeing the feminine for all that she is, because she is all of these things. Perhaps to him anyway. All right, so finding balance. Oh, that's interesting. Look, underneath the yin yang card is the masculine with the heart. Okay, so him finding balance, perhaps after grieving, because that's coming up in the cards today as well. Figuring out what he valued, and then grieving his heart, and then finding balance again. Perhaps dealing with some anxiety issues as well. All right, let's see what Scooby says again, and then we're going to pull a Journey of Love card. And boy, I'm sweating a bit now too. So a lot of masculine energy comes in, I start sweating. All right, Scooby, what's up now? What do they need to know? Discombobulated. That's kind of how I was feeling. Not so much this morning, but later this afternoon. So remember, whenever you feel discombobulated, it's time to get out of other people's energies and come back to your own. Perhaps meditate or salt bath, you know, take a walk, whatever you do to get grounded again. So that you can get back on top again and spin those plates. Whoop, and then you might go back to being discombobulated again. So don't push your limits, this is saying, okay? This also can represent the twins. Was someone spinning the plates, right? Spinning the message there in between to confuse everyone around them. Okay, what a message that is. Very interesting. All right, let's see. I'm going to pull a Journey of Love card. All right, let's see here. All right, so from the Journey of Love card, what is our message? We're going from Scooby to something a little bit deeper. Although Scooby is usually right on. That was actually a really good message. Now you see me, now you don't. So what you see may not be what you're getting. It may be very confusing. And so don't try to understand. Come back to zero. Just stay with yourself. All right, what is the message here for everybody? All right. She loves 61. That's the year I was born. But also 61 is that 7 of Swords card. Okay, taking a risk. She loves, she takes a risk by continuing to love no matter what. I'm going to show you these two other cards that want to be seen too, but I'm not going to read all of them. I'm just going to read that first one. And they're very pure here. So the purification process, again, the feather, allowing yourself to fall, the 14 of the angels, the higher love, and she is the moon. So we have all this very feminine energy today. Okay, taking a risk, allowing herself to fall, and she is the moon. And actually, I have to show you in the other deck, behind the cards I showed you in the underlying energy. Wait 1 second. All right, so the, where was it? Where did I see that? Ah, that's right. So after I pulled the fifth chakra Archangel Gabriel of the masculine 39, the next card was the goddess of the moon. 52 is the Queen of Swords. And now that's like this card here. She is the moon. Okay. So it can represent all different aspects of females in the masculine's life, as well as aspects of the divine feminine. But here is that taking a risk in love, allowing herself to fall like a feather, falling oh so gently. And the 21 of the world, completion, also the divine feminine, that she is the moon. And here's some Shokore energy, you know, bring the power here to your heart. This is, yeah, super feminine energy. It's funny because this card's a bit Kim Kardashian, right? But her head in this picture is very small compared to her bottom. And you know, the shape, her shape is a little bit distorted. So that's saying the moon, right? The false light can distort what the feminine actually looks like. So we're going to read 61. On the bottom of the deck is intimacy. 35 is the wounded warrior and intimacy. Okay. And the intimacy card is very much about the masculine and feminine together within the vortex, but not just inside the vortex, but encompassing all of the cyclone, not just being in the vortex, but being all part of all of it, not just the 0 point. All right, so 61, let's see what it has to say for you guys. All right, 61, she loves. Forgiveness is here for you now. Can you partake of it? Forgiveness for your own self, for the times you messed up, that you didn't love, that you forgot to trust, that you tried to take over and decided against surrender. Forgiveness is here for you now for the times when you couldn't forgive another. Even if you really tried and you really wanted to, she loves. She is here for you now. Open your heart to the angel goddess of forgiveness and let her fill your heart. You are free. This oracle brings you a message from the divine. You are forgiven. You are worthy of forgiveness, and you are capable of great spiritual generosity in forgiving others. If there is a person that you cannot forgive, you are really just not forgiving yourself, perhaps for being vulnerable, for not knowing better, or for not listening to your own intuition. It's time to let that go and allow the forgiveness that the divine has for you to fill your heart. You are free now. You just need to realize it. And the poem reads, the cherry blossom knows when to bloom each year and never questions whether its beauty is enough. There is peace in knowing you always bloom well, yet man spends a lifetime in wonder. Okay, so again, coming back to 0 point over and over again, and forgiving yourself and others over and over again. And that line from the Bible, I forget which, I don't know what book it was in or whatever, but it was about how many times should you forgive yourself? When talking about forgive them 7 times. And so do I only have to forgive them 7 times? And it's like, no, 77 times. You keep forgiving them over and over and over. That's being love and unconditional love. That doesn't mean that you keep someone who's abusive in your energy, but you still forgive them and love them at afar. And if they heal themselves and want to come back in, give them that opportunity to get another chance with you. But always don't let anyone make you feel like you need to close your heart. The practice of this journey is learning how to keep your heart open at all times and just knowing when to walk away, not allowing others to trigger you or take your power away from you. Okay, so I hope that was helpful to you guys. Make sure you drink your water, get your rest, get your joy, get your nature, love yourself, love others, forgive yourself, forgive others, and always come back to balance, to 0 point. That yin-yang, sharing, balance, be good to yourselves, and everything is fine. Rise and be loved, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.